Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Socascents with Soca and Fragrance of Life. There we go. Now, as you can see in the title here, we're going to speak about Initio Rehab. And if you know me already, you know I'm a big fan of Initio. Initio is like Tom Ford. For me, they can't do no wrong. You understand? So, Initio, love. And I've always wanted Rehab. I had a 5 ml sample of Rehab for about, I think, a year now. I still have it. As I want to cherish it, but I finally got a bottle and I am more than happy. And there's multiple ways of why I love this fragrance, and you will know why by the end of this video. So let's kick it over. Now, all the notes are in the description below. Now, those who know, I don't speak about notes, but I may talk about notes in this particular one. There's a reason why. All right. Now, Rehab. My goodness. Let's lock in. Let's lock in here, man. Yes. Ooh, it's pretty. See how pretty that thing is? I wish I was pretty as this bottle. Anyway, I do have the jar in this hand. And I just love how it you know what? One step at a time. All right. First spray. Let's get it, man. So that initial spray, but it's that initial spray will be fresh and spicy. That freshness is gonna be a citrus fresh, okay, but it does not last long. All right, that initial spray, fresh and spicy. Now, not again, 5 minutes can pass by. Not even, I want to say 2 to 5. After that passes, that's when that freshness is going to start to come down, and it's more of a warming scent, but it still has that fresh backbone, okay? And it's still spicy, so it's going to be more of a warm, spicy, fresh, with that fresh undertone, okay? In not even in the dry down, but as 5 minutes pass, okay? Guaranteed. This reminds me of, okay, I won't even talk about that yet. I'll talk about that when I talk about the dry down and the late dry down. Okay, calm down, Kyle. The dry down. This is when the freshness dials back, but it's still there. It has that undertone. But this is where it gets more warm and spicy. This is where it starts to set itself apart from the initial spray. It has a soft texture. It has a gourmandy undertone, but it doesn't lean towards a gourmand. No. But it has a gourmandy feel in the after smell, as in an aftertaste, and is an after smell, especially during the scent trail sillage. Okay, and what's so interesting. So as you can see, this is why I say I will speak about the notes, but not too much. In this particular one here, it has a tobacco feel, even though tobacco isn't listed in the notes. Fantastic. I like that. Okay. This has a very not strict, but on their site, they only put a specific amount of notes, and tobacco is not listed, but you do get that tobacco feel. In my honest opinion, it has a spicy feel. Now, when I say spicy, I want to be very specific. To me, even though it doesn't have nutmeg, I feel a nutmeg feel. Now, this reminds me, this is why I have a special place for Rehab. This reminds me of authentic Grenadian nutmeg ice cream. Ooh. Watch now. Hear me now. Listen. Just listen. Cool. Patience. Watch me. It has such a silky smooth, inviting nature. Now, those who know about the old school ways of making ice cream have the actual tool, the contraption, a bucket, and on top of the bucket is a tool, and you crank, you're cranking, and you crank it. Sorry, you're cranking, you're cranking, That and the way, and after it's done, after you crank it up, and you cure it, and you give it that time to really develop, it comes out smooth, but it's not as smooth as you would purchase ice cream in a store. In a store, of course, it's processed, or it's smooth, right? But that authentic, when you crank it, it's still smooth, but it's, if you see and taste, it has a little bit of, I don't want to say grit, but it's not as smooth as a purchased ice cream from the store. However, it does taste better, and you will still get that smooth taste. But there is the texture it has a little bit of a grit, but it's not too much. It's still smooth, a little bit of grit, but it tastes so much better, authentic, rich. That is Rehab to me. It's a clean scent, but I wouldn't say it's a clean. It's like a dirty clean. But I like that. I like that. Rehab is reserved. It's sexy. It's clean, but it has a nasty clean to it. A nasty clean. If you feel me on that one. It's a very underrated scent because, again, I feel like people will get an initial reaction from that spray, and they will cancel it from there. No. Give that baby time to develop, to tell you what exactly it's trying to say. Rehab reminds me, for me, in my humble opinion, it smells like nutmeg ice cream. And I will always remember the days with my dad. That's why I know I always talk about my dad on this channel, but that man is an amazing man. And that memory of making homemade ice cream, when I wear Rehab, I think about my father, and I think about all the fabulous times as I had as a child. And when I smelled it, as it dried down, I thought about making homemade nutmeg ice cream with my father. And this scent, I love it. Okay, I love it. Now in the late dry down, now, oh my god, this is where the 180 change from the initial spray. That freshness, again, it has an undertone freshness to it. But in that late dry down, you're gonna get straight warmth and woodsy, and a woodsy profile that is so inviting, it's so calming. It just makes you want to lean in and just be comfortable, to relax, to settle. Whew. I love that. I love it so much. I really appreciate this scent. It's not much of a projector. Let's jump into the performance now. It's not really a projector. It's more of a scent that you wear. It's more of a scent. It's very reserved. You'll notice the scent, but it's not a screamer. It's not going to demand attention. You will demand attention. The way you walk, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak. When you wear this scent, it's going to enhance you as a person, because you are a confident person, you are a confident man, you are a confident woman, and you're going to make this scent, and this scent is going to amplify you as an individual. And I love that about Rehab. These are the scents that I adore and enjoy, because it reels people in. It's an inviting scent, and those around you will appreciate wanting to be around you. Guaranteed. Longevity, I want to say a good 6 to 8 hours. Projection, again, it's not a screamer. It's going to sit, I don't want to say it sit too close, but it's a soft projection. All right? It's going to leave a cloak. It's going to leave a nice scent bubble, a nice aura around you. It won't project too much. It'll project, but not too much. All right? Sia scent trail. Again, this is where the magic happens with. This is where this scent shines at. It shines at its longevity and the scent trail. It's gonna leave that beautiful, soft, inviting scent trail. Calming. Beautiful. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Now this is often compared to Spice Bomb. Spice Bomb. I try not to do that much research, but I'm always hearing comparison between Spice Bomb, the original, and the Extreme. But I believe it's more of the original. I don't own the original, but I did smell it. I did recently, but I do have the Extreme. Now they are similar, but are they the same? No. Would I substitute Spice Bomb? I mean Rehab for Spice Bomb? Absolutely not. I think Spice Bomb is more of a screamer. It's more of a projector. To me, it's not as sophisticated as Rehab. It's not. So don't get your head stuck on those who say they're the same. They're not the same. They're similar, but they're not the same. I believe Spice Bomb actually has tobacco in its profile. Rehab does not, but it gives off that feel like it does. And they may be going in the same direction, but eventually they do part ways. They do part ways, and I appreciate Rehab more. Spice Bomb was a little bit too obnoxious. It's a little bit too cloying. I feel like Rehab you can wear year round, even though I do think it'll shine in the fall and the winter. But I do think you can wear this year round. Spice Bomb, well, the extreme version, you can only wear it in the fall and winter. It's too overwhelming. It's powerful scent. To me, it's very thick, too thick. If I had to choose, I would prefer Rehab. So get your nose on Rehab and really experience it. Overall, highly recommend it. Highly recommend. I love Rehab. I will keep this in my collection because it reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of my family. It reminds me of the man that has been such an important inspiration in my life. 100%, my father. And I love that man, and I hope to be just as great as him or even better. All right, so this has been Socascents. Thank you for tuning in, and we will vibe soon again. Blessings.